And this is Dr. Rachel Francis.
Good morning.
From the Marion Animal Hospital, who did a nice checkup on my little Marley the other day. And she didn't holler at Marley too much for having a couple of extra pounds.
No, because she's doing good. You're losing weight. She's doing very well.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. All that lecturing paid off.
All that. Well, it was fear.
I like to instill fear in my clients. I do.
She would come on here and say, "Well, I haven't seen her," and I'd say, I don't think Marley is overweight," and she said, "Well, I haven't seen her," and then it would go, fear. She hasn't seen her. So finally, last Thursday, I think it was Thursday, I brought her in, and not too bad.
No,
so there
she looked
you
great.
go.
She looked great.
And everything
So
came
happy.
back good.
She's such a happy dog.
Yes.
I'd be happy too if I was your dog.
But she needed, I have to tell you, she needed the eardrops because she has the little ear infection.
How's that going?
And she was scared that Marley is so wiggly. She said, "I don't know how you're going to do those." Huh. She just sits in my lap and doesn't even move.
Awesome. Good.
So those eardrops go in very easily.
No, when I was buying a car this weekend, and the car dealer had a golden retriever, and he only had one arm, and his dog needed eardrops. So we got into a conversation of how he was going to put in eardrops, and that's why he didn't do it. He felt he couldn't do it properly, hold the head and do it with one hand.
So he has a problem.
Well, I think it's a logistical issue. You and I were talking about maybe you could put him in your lap, and he's like, he's a golden retriever.
Yes.
Well, get him on the couch maybe, and then lean him up. And
yes. It's amazing.
Sometimes it's very difficult, so I'm so glad that's going well.
My granddaughter has two big dogs. One's a mixed lab, and the other one is a mix of a German Shepherd. And they sit on the couch with her, and they give her no room, you know. But they managed to get up there, two of them, crush her, you know. So, what?
So you and I were talking about perhaps we could talk about, Christmas and getting a present for the kids, and a lot of people think puppies, kittens, and we wanted to maybe talk a little bit about that. And, I brought my very favorite family pet, because I got to thinking, cats and dogs are lovely, but that's a really big commitment. And for Christmas presents, puppies and kittens can be a problem, especially as a surprise. So there are other pet options that can work out really well for your family. And I was going to have you guess and see what you think this one is.
It's a box. I don't know. I'm trying to peek. There's some slits in the box, I'm trying to peek in there. Something is moving around in there, but I don't know if it's a gerbil, what else could it be? I don't know, mouse, a hamster, one of those who happen to not be my favorite pets. A ferret. I'm beginning to feel like Johnny Carson.
That was my goal.
Beginning to know what it was like for him when he had the guy come on animals that sat on his head.
So I'm going to give you some hints.
Okay.
So one of the things that is a problem with like a dog is that they have to evacuate either in a litter box, like Marley's trade, or go outside. So one of the problems of the first challenge that a family faces with a dog is house training. Mm-hmm. And this is a pet that you don't need to house train.
Okay.
It does live in a cage.
It lives in a cage.
Yep.
So it's easy enough to yes. Just put food in there.
Uh-huh.
How about a
No,
ferret?
I'm going to go over the care with you. No, we don't just put food in there, but, with cats too, cats tend to damage the furniture. A lot of times people get kittens, they are so cute.
Oh, yes.
And then by March, when they're 5 or 6 months old, they are clawing the furniture. That's what cats do. They have claws and they can cause damage. People tend to let them out at that point. A lot of times shelters in this country will see a spike in surrenders between March and June because of the Christmas buying.
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of people will buy a puppy or a kitten, maybe not entirely on impulse, but maybe not having thought it through all the way of what's the right breed for the family, what's the right breed for the kids, who's going to take care of it, logistics, things like that. So these are pets that this is a type of pet that you don't really need a lot of logistics for. It's very common, and we know a lot about it. And you were right on the right track with the gerbil.
Oh, I was. I was on the right track, but it evidently not a gerbil.
Not a gerbil.
It's there's one I think my daughter likes, but I'm not thrilled with that one either. But I can't think of names that.
So the rodent family is a pretty big family.
Yes, it is.
Of animals. So when you go to the pet store and you're looking at pets, the number of rodents that you can see there is vast. Gerbils, hamsters, rats, and mice. Those are the main ones. This one is not any of those. This is a special rodent, and although you may recognize it, not a chinchilla. Chinchillas are also very popular.
Oh my. What is this? Oh, he likes carrots. Oh, yeah. What is this?
This is a guinea pig.
Oh, a guinea pig.
Guinea pigs. This one is a rescued guinea pig. So she looks a little bit different than you might see in the store, although she's about the same size. She has some damage around her ears. Usually they have very flat, big, round ears. That's from cage fighting. She was kept in a high-density situation. And she's a little on the thin side because she was neglected. This is a 5-year-old sow, and her name is Sarah.
Sarah?
She's a domestic
She's
short
cute
hair.
or what?
When we first got Sarah, if I could turn her maybe. When we first got Sarah, she would not come over to the side of the cage. She would not get petted. And when you go into a pet store, a lot of the guinea pigs you'll see will be white. Those are laboratory bred guinea pigs. And they tend to be very shy. So you may be turned off of them when you go into the store because their first instinct is to run and hide. However, they're highly social animals, and they can be quickly trained to accept petting, recognize your voice. This guinea pig, depending on who's making dinner, she knows who's making dinner, and if the person who uses a lot of vegetables is making dinner, she'll start whistling and asking for all her scraps. They get to know different people. She likes some people in her house better than others. One of the benefits of a guinea pig is how long they live.
Okay.
Gerbils, hamsters, a year, year and a half. Rats
Really?
and mice, maybe 2 years at the most. I did see my first 3-year-old hamster in my 12-year veterinary career a couple weeks ago, and that was an old hamster. They just don't live very long. Guinea pigs live an average of 7 years. I've had guinea pigs that have lived 9 years. So you can really bond with them and get to know their personalities.
Just don't take my nail for a carrot.
Another thing too is that guinea pigs are the best salad recyclers. So all your old salad scraps, everything like that, you put in your compost or your disposal. Here you go. She likes apples better than anything else. Now they make a couple of different sounds. Did you hear that little sound?
No. Oh, this is so cute.
So they make a couple little sounds. One, we're going to take her food away and see. Usually if they want their food, they'll whistle. Sarah.
She knew where it was.
I know. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? So a lot of times they'll whistle. Is one of the sounds they make. When they're happy, I don't know if you can hear her, but she's making these little purring sounds. Oops.
Nope, I don't hear
There you
that.
go. Sometimes if you can get her to do it. No. The whole lights and stuff are scary. So they make little purring noises when they're happy. They make chattering noises when they're angry.
What makes them angry?
Well, things that make them angry are if they don't know somebody. So like if we have strangers over, she will go and hide in her house and she won't come out. And if you try to pick her up, she chatters because she's scared. But everybody that she knows, because she knows me and she's got her apples, so she's fine. So in terms of noises, they make a whole variety of noises that other rodents don't make. You kind of just see the gerbil, it sits there in the cage, it may run its wheel. Most rodents are nocturnal. Guinea pigs are also nocturnal, but they easily switch cycles. They would much rather be around awake when we're awake.
Oh, well, okay.
So although initially when you get a guinea pig, sometimes they'll be up at night, and that's one of the complaints I get too. They're burrowing, the kids can't sleep, they're burrowing in their cage. They're just like, most of the time guinea pigs switch to our schedules because they are so highly social. This is a domestic short-hair guinea pig, but I have another guinea pig right now that is fluffy, and they have little points, so you can get different coats. The best place to get a guinea pig is from a private home. You can
People who raise them, you mean?
Yes, yep. A breeder or a rescue group. You can pet her.
Yes. She's having a lot of fun with me sitting here.
So guinea pigs have, one of my favorite things to tell people is if you pull their tail, their eyeballs will fall out. That was one of the jokes. Yeah.
There's no tail.
There's no tail! So they're one of the few rodents that doesn't have a tail.
Yes, you're so cute.
They're highly intelligent. They have a couple other interesting things about them. They're great to breed. So a lot of people will get a dog, and then I'll have this conversation with them of saying, I want to, have one litter for the kids. I want to show them how that all works, and we'll, the miracle of life and stuff like that. That's a lot of work, and getting home for those puppies and things like that.
Oh yes, I went through that.
That's a lot of work. Guinea pigs are easy to breed. They gestate a long time, almost 3 months versus 3 weeks for the average rodent. 3 months, and they have only a couple live, fully haired little mini guinea pigs that come out. Cutest things you've ever seen. And they're easy to breed and they're fun to breed. So if one of the reasons is educating your kids about that kind of stuff, guinea pigs are great for that. They need an annual checkup. They hardly ever get sick if you feed them the right food.
She's cute.
They're very inexpensive too. If you guys decide to get a guinea pig for your kids for Christmas, bring it in for a checkup so we can check it up, and then we'll just check it once a year after that to make sure they're healthy. They don't need any vaccines or anything like that.
No heart guard and...
No. You do have to get special guinea pig pellets, but that's it. And those are available, like I get mine at the grocery store.
And the pellets are...
Guinea pig pellets.
Oh,
Yeah, they can't live on rabbit pellets or mouse. You want your carrot back? Can you come over here to the camera? No, you're just gonna hide your camera. Give me that. Give me that.
We're having so much fun with it.
They're very gentle. So for small children,
So you're better off. So
this is my favorite pet for small children.
Somebody wants now.
You want to
somebody's
surprise your
watching
child?
the show and
Yep.
they
You want to
wanna
surprise
go
your
get
child
one.
with a pet for Christmas?
Yes.
Yep. You just get a tank, follow the directions from the pet store, and then the only thing you need to do is socialize them. And the way you socialize them is you just hand feed them, and you pet them while they're eating. That's it.
Okay.
So this guinea pig used to run and hide. Didn't have a lot of socialization. If you get them from a private home, when you pick them up and put them on your lap, but for small children, these are just the best. They're very sturdy too, so like other pets, puppies, kittens, sometimes we worry about, small children grabbing their ears and things. These are very sturdy little animals.
Now, okay.
Not aggressive.
So
they're often overlooked. So I see lots of different kinds of patients, but guinea pigs.
You're talking about, the best places to get one is from a.
If you can find a private home, yeah.
How can you find that?
You can just you can Google them. There's a guinea pig breeding association in countrywide, and there's also guinea pig rescue groups that go around. I usually get mine from private homes that this guinea pig needed, there was a student going to college, so she needed to get rehomed. She was in a high density situation where she had a lot of cage mates, and she learned to be very cage aggressive. She was very protective of her food. She got into a lot of fights over food. But we've since acclimated her out of that.
Is it more, I don't want to say more better, that's terrible English.
You want to hold her?
No. Is it better to, sure, stick her on my head just like did to Johnny Carson with one of his animals. But is it better to just have one rather than have more than one?
It depends. That's a really good question. Depends on the personality of the guinea pig. This guinea pig came from a situation where she was not friendly with her neighbors, but it was from the stress of the living situation. Mostly they like to live together. However, the only other thing to know about them is if you get a male and a female, you have to breed her before she's 6 months old, or their pelvises fuse. So if you get a female and then you get a male later, that can be a problem.
Oh, okay. But if you don't want to breed them,
just get one.
Just get one.
Just get one. They do great. If you get one, they'll definitely be friendlier with the kids. They'll be less inclined to hang out together and more interested in being social. But no, my girls, they do their homework and they put one guinea pig on their lap. They have a little guinea pig blanket because they tend to poop a little bit when you're holding them, especially when you're feeding them. But the poop is pretty easy to clean up. We clean their cages once a week. It's a great way to teach children responsibility. But you can leave them for the weekend. You want to go skiing? Put some extra food in there, the water. Guinea pigs should have mostly hay.
Okay.
Primarily, they should have hay. And then the vegetable scraps are fine, and then guinea pig food. I usually give her half a cup, an eighth of a cup to half a cup, depending on who's feeding her.
Now you would want, if you actually are thinking now in terms of doing something like that, after you get the guinea pig home, you should, even if you've bought it from a home or bought it from a pet shop,
mm-hmm.
you should take it to a vet.
It should come in once a year. Yep. And what we do is we do a tooth exam. I'd be happy to show you her teeth. We examine the nails. We look in their ears. A lot of times these guys can have a waxy impact in their ears. And then we talk about behavior and diet, and we weigh them. And I also feel their abdomen for any kind of hair. If they have, sometimes the guinea pigs will have really long hair, and they can get hairballs. So that can be a problem too. So, but this is a pretty standard American short hair.
Are they all that color when they're?
No, they're all different colors. Like the other one I have is white, and she has blue eyes. But when we look at their teeth, they have ever-growing teeth.
Boy, if you could get that.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you can.
Can you get a close-up of that, of the teeth?
Sorry. They're really small. Oh, there she is. Okay. So they have teeth that are continually growing all the time.
Oh yeah, see that?
Yeah. She has perfect teeth. But what I do is sometimes I'll examine the teeth, and if they're overgrown, that can be one of the problems. Sometimes when they're inbred, I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, you're mad? Did you hear sounds?
Yeah.
See, now she's upset. Where's my food?
Never mind looking at my teeth. Let's put something on my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's just realizing now she doesn't know you.
Huh?
She was just looking at you like, I don't really know you, do I?
Yeah.
All right, this will be fine.
Okay, Sarah.
So I rescue my guinea pigs. I rescue all my animals, but you can get a healthy. And I wouldn't, the other thing people say, oh, when we go to the pet store, they just look so scared. They're all running around, and that's their natural. I mean, that's their sort of go-to. But they're very, just like this pig. This took my children did it, and it took them about a month and a half of feeding and petting, maybe 2 months. It doesn't take long at all. One of my favorite animals.
So I'm trying to think of what other questions, maybe the folks out there might have, but I can't.
What are your questions?
Yeah.
Echo, yes, no, maybe?
Sure. I think when you go there, look at them, look at the way they are. The ones I've seen there recently have been laboratory bred guinea pigs, so they're white, which is fine. They're albino.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine. They don't have any particular health problems over regular guinea pigs. They're not as attractive.
Right.
I think that the colors are much prettier.
Because I know we hear a lot of horror stories about animals that you get in the mall pet stores.
Yeah, exactly. And
dogs
like chinchillas. I mean, I have clients now that have sugar gliders. Those are very hard to keep. Those are hard keepers, and they are not friendly. They're biters. They're wild animals. So, when you're looking, I think the guinea pig is very undervalued in terms of being a good pet. And, some people, when you go in there and they all sort of scatter, you just kind of move on, But that is something that they do because they're burrowing animals. But socializing them doesn't take long at all. And I like how sturdy they are. They're just really sturdy. You can't pick up a sugar glider. Chinchillas, they're running around really fast. They're very hard to keep, too. Guinea pigs, if a child picks it up, it's sturdy. It's not going to get hurt. So for small children especially, or for people who don't have a lot of space, say you just want to put it in your room, you want your own little pet, they talk to you as soon as you go in the room. They start talking. They're great little animals. They all have their own personalities. No, I think they're very undervalued.
I somehow think that Marley would not be happy if that came in.
I was very surprised because I adopted a dog I thought would be in that guinea pig's cage trying to eat her, and he could care less about the guinea pigs.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I
was very surprised.
One of the things that I appreciate.
Do you want to hold her?
Jess, come here. Get my son out here.
Yeah, she might poop on you. That's one of the things I always
That's
tell
all right.
people. And you want to give her.
It's all right, everybody's
No,
kids.
she doesn't know you. There you go.
Hi.
Oh, there, good. She's eating for you.
Steve likes her.
You got to get in the camera. The camera guy's holding the
Yeah,
guinea
he doesn't
pig.
want to be.
Isn't she cute?
Oh,
So she's about 5 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get along.
She's really not too sure about you, but she's getting over it. She keeps pausing there.
Food
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
talks to all of us.
Yeah, it does.
If I was trying to hold it without food in
Yes.
my hand, it would be like,
But she also, but when we first got her, she would not be eating for you. But we socialized her, and it's something that the children can actually do. Whether it's with the dogs and cats, it's a little trickier. But with these guys, they're fantastic. For small children, you want to introduce them to the pet world.
right.
Hamsters and gerbils, I mean, they just die so quickly. I just don't think they make good pets. They can't be held. They're so fragile.
Yeah.
Well, I
Guinea pigs
remember
are sturdy.
my grandchildren having bringing home a.
Back off the camera. Right, now we can be.
Oh, she's cute.
How's my beagle going to react to something like that?
So beagles,
So my beagle
Yeah.
takes
you
all
want
the
to
bunnies
protect
out in the
her.
yard.
You'd want to protect her. So I would recommend an aquarium over a wire cage.
Oh, for the,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
If he could, if they get friendly, if she gets friendly enough where she can put a paw out and he's gonna think about grabbing it,
Right.
an aquarium.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I used to have one on my kitchen table. We would just put the stuff in there, the lettuce, and you chop stuff, you put it in
Right.
there. So if you think unless you can keep it up high enough where the hound's not going to be near it. Aquariums are nice, and you can see them just fine. They don't need a lot of room. They really, it's not an animal where you have, like with a lizard, we have to keep getting a bigger tank and a bigger tank and a bigger tank. No, they prefer to be in small areas. My girls take them out in the summer and they sit on the grass with them and they eat the grass and they hang out.
Now, do you set up like those habit trails or anything like that for the?
No,
They just stay.
they're
in the
couch
gate?
potatoes. They don't need that. They don't do that kind of exercise. They're not up all night running the
okay.
wheel, that obnoxious wheel.
Yeah.
No,
Or going through
you
the
don't.
tubes
Nope,
or
you don't.
none of that stuff.
No. I had a rescue that came with a ball,
Yeah.
and she doesn't get in the ball. They like to eat. They like to.
does.
They like to eat. They like to socialize, and but primarily hay. So one of the things that the pet stores tend to push is the pellets. Hay is the way to go. So getting the bags of hay.
Yeah.
If you have a neighbor that has a horse, just grab a flake. You're all set for the year. And then any of the salad scraps.
She is cool.
Yeah, isn't she? You can have her son hold her if he wants to.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Take it easy.
Woo.
Yeah, she only pooped on me once. That's not.
There you go. And it's not a big deal. You just wash it off.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Well, this is, I hope that, something like this is really interesting because, yeah, I only have a finger. You don't really want the finger.
She doesn't want you to hold it for her because she doesn't know you're allowed. No, don't hold it though. She needs to.
Oh,
That's what she was trying to do is,
take it from
yeah,
me.
take it
Yeah,
from I don't really know you, so. Dear?
yeah.
So that's a happy
hear her.
noise.
I hear her purring.
She's going,
Yep. Oh, she is cute.
mm-hmm,
She is cute.
mm-hmm.
But I don't think Marley would be good for you. Marley barks at everything.
They can get used to a lot of different situations.
Marley is one of the most noisiest dogs. But she is really cute. She
Got a new
is.
mascot for the station now.
Do it.
Yes. Well, Sarah, you got to be on TV. Yes.
What are the-
Live TV, too. Well, we've had an
Half an
exciting
hour on guinea
day.
pigs. How was that? I feel I had to do something to top the Florida feed.
Yes.
To bring your live
because
pet.
I told you
Next
about the
time I'll
live
bring the
feed.
ducks.
The ducks. Yeah.
And I saw a sick rooster on Sunday.
You saw what?
A rooster.
Oh, a rooster.
Yeah.
Well, animals
Oh,
are
she's
fun.
growing on you.
Yes, she is.
I mean, people think guinea pig, they think rat, mouse. Something that's got, a tail and is scurrying around and.
And she's actually got a piece of.
Do you want other interesting guinea pig facts, or are we out of time?
No, we got 4 minutes
Okay.
for facts.
So this is, besides us, these are the only mammals that require vitamin C in their diet. Primates, we need our orange juice. Guinea pigs are the only other mammal that has to have an outside source of vitamin
Yeah, I
C.
figured you were going to take my finger, so. My finger didn't look like a carrot, but you never know.
She used to have a hard time differentiating. She was very food aggressive, but now she's careful.
That was good. And what's interesting is she stayed with me to eat what I had in my finger, and she's still got some.
No, they're very social.
Ah.
But initially, they're afraid of anybody they don't know.
Mm.
So we'll say, "Come on over, meet our guinea pigs," and they'll run away and hide. But with family, she's toted around by every kid in the neighborhood now.
Oh,
So.
she is. She's making those sounds. It's too bad we didn't have a microphone. We should have had a microphone on the case or something. Would have picked up.
Guinea pigs
her
are the
little
model.
sounds.
Guinea pigs are the laboratory model for human pregnancy.
Oh.
They have a very similar pregnancy to humans. They have a very similar placenta, and they have a similar way they set things up. So we know a lot about the way they gestate. Gestation is the length of time that you're pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got 2 minutes to wrap it up. And this has been an exciting day, I'll tell you. We're starting out in Florida.
Any other Christmas questions? Like what toys to get, what toys not to get? I do not like Nylabones. I think that was one of the questions I had this week.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I have given
Nylabones.
to Marley in the beginning because somebody told me that was a good thing to do because they had many pugs. Mm-hmm. And I'm always trimming it.
Yeah.
Because those pieces,
Yeah, no.
I don't really
Don't do
think
it.
they're good.
Nope. Most veterinarians do not be fooled that antlers are not bones. There's the new form of bones on the market, antlers, horns, those are all bones. Do not get those for your dog for her Christmas stocking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Catnip is fine. I love catnip. Get as much catnip as you want for your cat.
Well.
What are the Christmas questions that I have this week? I can't think of anything.
I've got 30 seconds. We're going straight to black.
We're going what?
Go, you got 30 seconds.
Okay.
If anyone has any questions, you guys can just email me, rachel@marionanimalhospital.com. I'm happy to field questions about your Christmas pet selections, anything like that.
She's a wealth of information. She is. And I really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing all the information about pets and what you should be doing for your pets.
Say Merry
and then
Christmas.
to have
Say
this
Merry
one.
Christmas.
To
Bye.
have this one.
I was going to dress her up for the Halloween contest. Bye.
Sarah says goodbye. And you have a great day. And I will see you on Wednesday.